Hello, everybody, and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm John, your executive producer here, and thanks for tuning in to watch or listen to whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to. In these trying times, we really do appreciate everyone that feels that we are worth their time, and we hope that we're able to give you something entertaining to while away the time as you spend it. We particularly want to thank those of you that feel like we're worth financially contributing to, particularly our $25 and up supporters on Patreon, who are Antitonic, Drevian Alexander, Cat Waterflame, Rowan Parker, and Samantha Bates. Yes, I read that off of a list. Thank you very much for supporting us. I know that in these uncertain times, finances are tough for everybody, so that you're willing to donate to us means a lot to all of us here, and we thank you. That being said, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. We're live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to Changeling the Lost in Grove or Green, the chronicle that we're running here on Final Show Films. My name is Jack. I am your storyteller for the evening, and I am joined tonight by Holly.
I'm Holly. I'm playing Lark. She's a beast windwing.
And Mara.
I'm Mara, and I'm playing Liz, the wizened oracle. I must switch this around.
Hey, that's okay. And John.
John, I'm playing Akujin, the ogre, blood brute, metal flesh.
Hey, and William.
Hi, William, and I'm playing Phage, the ogre gristle grinder.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy, and right now I'm playing a corpse.
Fair.
But in a little bit, I'll be playing a character named Megan.
And Aaron is no longer going to be with us in Changeling going forward, but we definitely wish them well in their future. But last we were in Baltimore, the motley Unlikely was subject to an assault on their home by a squad of hobgoblin raiders, seeking to reclaim a stolen copy of Queen Gracie's storybook. The wolf-riding archers did a number on the crack house claimed by the motley, and Adele unfortunately lost her life to a vicious arrow and the jaws of a hedge warg. In the aftermath, most of the motley fled into the hedge to try and avoid further casualties. Having been alerted to the situation by Lark, Barnaby Grange raised the alarm for the rest of the Keyhole, with Akujin and Diego being some of the first responders to the scene. And now, standing over Adele's corpse in the blood-spattered and bullet-ridden row house, Akujin hears one of Liss's nearby radios crackle to life. Once upon a time, a small child walked into the forest alone. The first creature it met was a red robin, who chirped a cheerful tune. "Why do you wander in the woods, small child?" the red robin asked. "I am looking for my mother," it replied. "Are you my mother?" But the red robin was not, and so it gave the child a berry to eat, and the child walked on. The second creature it met was a gray wolf, who snarled as it prepared to spring. "Why are you so foolish as to wander alone, small child?" the gray wolf asked. "I am looking for my mother," it replied. "Are you my mother?" But the gray wolf was not, and so it gave the child a cracked bone to hold, and the child walked on. The third creature it met was a pale ghost, who floated silently in the child's path and said nothing in the quiet of the deep forest. "I am looking for my mother," the child finally said. "Are you my mother?" And the wraith nodded and opened its gaping mouth and drew the child's soul from its body with a horrid wail. And now the child no longer walks alone in the forest, for it is in solitude that we are most vulnerable to our great grief.
You're like halfway through that, Ankush and Diego stopped hearing it as the Zweihander just went through the radio.
So the Zweihander goes through the radio, doesn't stop the transmission.
Say, we've learned that lesson.
So
But as the remains of the radio spark and sputter, once the voice does finally stop speaking, we shift across a dimensional boundary into the hedge, where 3 changelings are struggling to find their way to their hollow. 4, actually. Butterfly's with you guys, that's right.
Yep.
3,
So who's going to be-
or 4, one of whom is maybe conscious.
Yeah, no, Phage has regained consciousness at this point.
yeah.
And
Thank goodness.
it's slow, but you are able to move somewhat under your own
I'm
power
just
with
picturing-
only marginal assistance.
I'm just picturing Larkless and Butterfly trying to drag Phage through the snow.
Well, this isn't gonna
It would
help
be
with
hard.
it at this point, but yeah.
So who's going to be taking the lead on that one?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, God.
Yeah, because you have Pathfinder active.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, then. Go ahead and roll me a wits and survival, and you can add your weird to it then,
Okay.
since you've got Pathfinder up and
Well, I
running.
don't actually have any survival dots. That's exciting.
That's not great.
You're never heard from again.
And I had 3. Here we
Unfortunately,
go.
fortunately, survival is a physical skill, so it's only a -1 for not knowing it.
4 successes.
Yay.
4 successes, not bad. Look at them 10s. So with keeping your basically magic radar up and running, you manage to work your way through the brambles, taking fortunately very little physical damage through these razor sharp, very long thorns. And eventually your feet find the trod that you know, based on your rough Dead Reckoning navigation, dead ends at your hollow right outside your garden. With your Pathfinder telling you to turn left rather than right, you begin to make your way down toward the shelter that you know still exists there. I would like all 3 of you to give me a wits in composure.
3.
Sorry.
That's a firearms attack.
Bang!
Sorry, I still.
So-
Lark
so Phage is dead
shoots
again.
the hedge.
Aww.
Lark, why is your answer to everything to shoot it?
So, Phage, you are mostly concerned with, keeping your blood inside your body right now.
Yeah.
Lark, you're sort of in the back of the group, which makes it difficult for you to see what's ahead. Alyss, as you are approaching the hollow, you can sort of see the large tree that rises up, and you know that the entry is to the top. But there's just a huge amount of chaos near the ground. Things have been torn and flung over and uprooted, and it looks like there's been a significant disturbance. You also see a corpse, face down, 3 arrows protruding from its back.
Can I tell who it is from here? I don't want to get
No, you would
closer
have
yet.
to. You would have to get up close to it. With 3 successes, you can pretty well tell that it doesn't seem like there's anybody around.
Okay.
Right. Whatever happened here happened, and then whoever did it moved on.
I'm gonna go over and look. Turn it over.
You're about 3 paces from it, and just from the shape and size, you can tell it's Mira. Her hand is grasped around one of the goblin fruit plants. Your best guess, she was trying to see if there was anything she could use or harvest here, and was probably ambushed and likely died before she even knew what hit her.
I kick her body.
The body kind of jerks. The rest of you can now see this as well. The one thing you do notice, Mira, is, or around Mira, is Liz, a book.
I pick it up. What?
You've seen it once or twice before. Mira writes in this on occasion.
No. I'll slip it next to in my jacket, probably where next to the other one that
Okay.
I've been protecting.
The garden is entirely destroyed. You don't know if you could salvage any of these plants. If you want to see if there's anything that's recoverable, you can give me a wits plus crafts -3.
Sure, I'll try.
What are the rest of you doing here?
I don't think Phage is in a mind to process right now and is just kind of making her way to the elevator.
Okay. Yeah, the lift is down. And the predator puppies are still alive, although some of them seem to have sustained a little bit of damage. Looks like there was some attempt at maybe confronting them, and then whatever it was, you can pretty clearly see large paw prints in the snow, and you would guess that the rest of whatever raiding party hit you on the reel, some of them were waiting on this side as well, but decided to not waste their time with some dangerous hedge growth and is opted to just move on.
She will take the lift up and send it back down when she's at the top.
Okay. Lark?
Lark will likewise go to the lift.
Okay. Liz, you try and pick around what's left over. Whoever was here, whatever mass of animals and riders moved through, nothing salvageable. The garden is entirely destroyed.
I'm grabbing Mira's body and
Okay.
carrying it up with me. I'm gonna try. I'm not very strong, but
she's not very big, and you're able to drag it slowly onto the lift as it comes back down. And then you and Lark climb aboard, and Butterfly is there. And the 3 of you plus Mira's body ride up to the hollow. The inside is fairly warm, still fairly vacant, the gruel pot bubbling away off to one side. There's still a couple sort of thatch mattress sleeping areas that you guys have created.
I think Phage just kind of wanders over to her particular area and just collapses.
Okay.
I'm going. I head toward the door out into the crack house.
Lark is following. She will turn to Phage. I think you should come with us.
If there's anything out there, I'm in no condition to do a damn thing.
All right. I'll let you know.
Also, be aware that Phage has no clue what happened to Adele. Like, she hasn't seen any of that.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think Liz noticed. I think she was still there when that happened.
No, listed. The only person that
Or
noticed was
did-
Lark.
Yeah, Lark's
Yeah,
the only
Lark,
one who's
Lark,
aware.
Lark,
Oh.
Lark is
The only
the
one
Lark is
that
the
saw.
only
Yeah.
one. Yeah, Lark is
Yep,
the
yep.
only one that
Mhm.
saw.
Lark's the only one that. Yeah.
That's why Lark.
Got
That's
it.
why Lark hung back for a little bit longer.
That's right. Yeah, I remember this now.
Mhm.
Now
But
this
the
is-
door is there.
Yep. This is gonna go through the door.
Okay.
Lark is following.
You guys push through, coming out on the second floor of the crack house. And you can hear footsteps and voices downstairs, but it sounds like people, changelings. This isn't the scraping and snarling of hedge wolves and the chatter of hobgoblins.
I think thinking about it for a couple of seconds after they walk out, Phage very slowly and painfully hauls herself up and follows after them.
Before you get to the door, Butterfly's there holding out a bowl.
What's in it?
Stuff from the gruel pot, looks like.
Thank you. She says that she just immediately wolfs it down.
Stay or go.
Let's go. No one should be alone or in small groups right now.
The people that have.
She bends down, pries up a little bit of the woven wood that makes up the floor in here, snaps off a small stick, probably about 8 inches long. Kind of picks her teeth with it for a second, gives you a nod, and walks off towards the door. And just
While
kind of
she-
waits there.
While she's going, Phage definitely takes the moment. Oh no, she dropped it. Never mind. She's gonna have to get her shotgun.
Yep.
Later.
Yep. Yeah.
Her
I was gonna
shotgun
say,
and
I
her
think-
brass knuckles are sitting outside.
Yep.
So the people that have already walked back through definitely from downstairs hear Akujin yelling towards the other summer courtiers. See if you can figure out where they came over from. I'm going to stay around and look for the unlikely.
Before we go downstairs, Lark is going to put a hand on Lissa's shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
I need to tell you,
What?
Adele, she's dead. Stop dancing, Jeremy.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a horrible person. I did not mean to ruin the mood.
Don't know why you get so excited.
I don't. I
He's
just
a monster.
I enjoy the chaos bomb that gets dropped when a character dies. What can I say? Sorry, didn't mean to ruin the mood.
That's why it took me longer to go through into the hedge. I found her body.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted you to know before we went downstairs, because I don't know if her body is still down there. I don't know. I hear Akujin, but I don't know who else is down there. So I needed you to be prepared.
You guys hear the door open behind you, and Phage and Butterfly come through.
I've probably completed my initial sweep of the first floor by this point, and I'm probably starting to head
Mhm.
upstairs.
Yep.
And when Phage walks through, Lark will walk over to her. I just told this before we go downstairs. Adele's dead.
She just kind of stares blankly ahead for a minute.
And it sounds like backup's here. So
Fucking hell. Okay, let's go.
It's been so long, I've completely forgotten where the door to the hedge is, like, as a player character, level-wise on the house. So,
It's on the
Second floor.
second floor, about halfway down the hall.
okay, so you guys definitely
It's
hear...
a broom closet if you don't open it, and then if you know what you're doing, it's a hedge door.
Yeah, so you definitely hear the heavy footfalls of Akujin coming up the steps. And
So you're confronted by 4 changelings, all looking very much the worse for wear. Those of them
Hey.
that aren't injured are very much exhausted. You can see they're kind of windswept and snowblown.
Phage actually has a reason for the dramatic, like, hand on shoulder limp, considering that's
Right?
right? She got
Yeah.
stabbed.
so, yeah, Akujin comes up. He's dragging behind him, like in sort of a... like just letting the tip drag on the floor. This makeshift Zweihander that's been very clearly been like formed out of a stop sign that like he grabbed, hammered the stop sign into a grip, and then sharpened the rest of it. Sort of turns and looks at the group of you. 4.
That's all
I-
that's left.
Shove Mira's body toward you and like is gonna like let go.
We'll catch.
Like and say, "Yep, that's it." And is going to stalk down the hall. Away and up probably toward the 3rd floor.
Towards your workshop.
Yep.
We cleared out the house of all the goblins that were here. I sent the summer court back up to see if they could find where they came from.
I assume you saw her.
And there's like a Akujin has a face made of steel, but this is the first time he's ever actually gone steel faced. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And I'll turn around and I'll carry Mira down and lay her down next to Adele.
Diego has pulled down a curtain and just sort of draped it over Adele's body.
I'll reach and grab a second one. Do the same.
Yeah, fuck, another one.
Two down, one heavily injured. The others seem to be okay. Do we have, other than Mira, do we have and Liz? Do we have access to a doctor with Summer Court?
For Summer Court, you have Actually, which season is he? There, you know that there's one other Kyrugan in the keyhole. Go ahead and give me just a intelligence and either politics or socialize.
Does my dots and mantle apply?
Not for mantle, no. Do you have any dots in spring goodwill?
Nope.
Then nope.
Where's the party notes?
0 successes.
Yeah, you know that there's another Kyrugan, but for the life of you, you cannot remember his name or his motley,
I'll look over at Diego.
or if it's a he.
Do you know? There's another Kyrugan in the key. Know their name?
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember what his name was. 'Cause
Mr.
we went to
Stitches?
him.
Yep.
Stitches, yeah.
Yeah.
Carl Stitches.
Carl
Yep.
Stitches. Yeah, get someone to find Carl Stitches.
I'll go over to Diego. Ring more dancer, see if she knows.
Eh.
And
He'll pull out his phone,
look at the others. I'm gonna
start making some calls.
do a quick loop around the house and see if anything got missed inside. And I'm gonna go do that. I'm just gonna ring the house and see if there are any fuckers hiding that we missed on our initial entry.
Give me a wits and composure. -1 because it's dark and you're in technically unfamiliar setting.
Two successes.
2 successes. You're able to determine that the tracks came from the northwest. It looks like nobody is skulking around. Doesn't seem to be any remainders left. And as you sort of look that way, you hear somebody yell, "Hey! Do you fuckers know there's a giant ass hedge gate back here?"
No. I'm gonna grab the dead goblin and hedge wolf that's on Adele's car, as well as any weapons that are laying on the ground nearby.
That'll take several trips, and you'll
And
need more
drag
than one
those
person
inside.
to move the wolf.
What do I need more than one person to move the wolf? I have 4 dots of strength.
Yes, you will. 4 dots is not going to be enough.
I'll grab
Age.
everything
It's
but
not
the wolf.
just that it's heavy, it's that it's also bulky and awkward.
Phage will step out, retrieve her weapons, and then walk over to the kitchen and pour probably the largest glass/mug that she can find.
Give me a
With whatever strength.
wits and investigation. You need 2 successes.
Just to not have anything shattered.
Basically.
And then,
Unfortunately, that's just a chance die.
after cleaning up as much as I can, I'm gonna go find the person.
You
that
can make it
was-
wits and composure if you want.
I'm gonna go find that hedge gate.
Okay.
Series of rolls. 3. I actually got 3 successes.
3 successes. Yeah, so you step into the kitchen. The place is a disaster. Like, things have been shredded and gouged and stuff. You look to the right, and there's just an insane number of holes in the exterior end wall. There's a lot of blood on the floor, and the cabinets have mostly been it looks like an entire special effects squad had a fucking field day in here. But you are able to find a unshattered glass and a bottle of vodka.
She fills it to the brim and slowly limps her way back out to the room where Adele and Mira are laying.
One
and
last
just-
gift from Nero, the bottle of vodka.
And just holds it up for a second and so fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be to you all. And she just downs it.
Akujin, as you step out, you can see that most of the noise is coming down over the bank past some bare-limbed trees over a pair of railroad tracks that run through a tunnel, which Monroe Street is the over avenue of, and then the tracks run underneath the road in a tunnel. And 2 members of the Winter Court are just sitting there kind of with their hands on the
Winter or summer?
of the Summer Court, are standing there with their hands on the arch of concrete that goes over top. This whole fucking thing can get opened. you could move a lot of people through here real damn fast.
Close it.
I mean, it's not open now.
I meant permanently, but yeah.
What are you, a fucking bridge burner?
No, I'm just staring at a fucking liability and wanting to get rid of it.
You gonna burn down every door in the city?
No, just the one that a train can come through.
Yeah, that's not really how that works.
Pull out a cigarette, light it, start smoking. This is where they came from?
Best guess. It's got some vibrance to it. There's probably a big ass trot on the other side of this thing, but this is probably not the time of night to go looking.
Oh no. Literally coming in everywhere. Fuck. I don't know if that read because I couldn't tell on my Yeti if it read, but whatever.
No, weird.
The sound? Yeah.
Alright. Well, I'll go let the unlikely know. Just keep an eye out on it until we get a doctor out here for a minute.
Yeah.
And I'll head back.
No, we'll post up and keep a monitor on. Yeah.
Yep. I'll head back to the crack house.
Okay.
This is when you see like just a pair of people with like grenade launchers just guarding a door that doesn't seem to go anywhere.
Right.
What are you guys guarding? This door.
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Nothing.
A door.
Lark, Liz, what have you guys been up to while they've been looking and Phage has been finding alcohol?
Lark is in a trance right now.
Oh, okay.
She has sat down between the two bodies and is just sitting there staring off.
And Liz went up to the top floor and is proceeding to break things.
Okay.
He has emotions and
Sure.
wants to break things.
All right. Things are broken.
Yep. She's pulling stuff down off shelves and things. Was this because I don't know how far they got up while we were out. Is the top floor fairly untouched or not?
Yeah, fairly
Because-
untouched.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So I do that for a good 5 minutes, and then I start methodically putting things back together.
Okay. Give me a dexterity and crafts.
Okay. 2 successes.
It takes you a while, and there's
Yep.
definitely some things where, yeah, these things aren't going back together. That's good and
Yep.
broke.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
you're able to, over a little bit of time, patch up most of the destruction that you've caused.
Yep. I make sure I grab all the broken stuff, and then I sit it down around me, and I stop to look at Mira's book.
You open the cover, and there's a good probably 100 or so pages in here. The
Mhm.
first probably 30 of which are just random scrawl. Like not even, some weird alphabet or just it's that sort of scrawl that you get when someone's making a prop page, that has to
Mhm.
look like it has some writing on it, but it's mostly just scribbles in various densities and sizes with
Yeah,
little
she
gaps
probably
in
does
it.
a couple of like when you use a magic eye, she's trying to see if she
Right.
can figure out any meaning. It's not. Yeah.
There's definitely a resonance to this thing. You know that it's a token. It's not just a
Mhm.
book. but you can't make any sense out of anything there. You get about 30 or so pages in, and the rest of them are blank.
I start scribbling in the rest of them. With
Scribbling or
pen.
writing?
Scribbling, because I can't read the rest of the fucking thing. I'm angry.
Okay.
I think I would just scribble.
So you just scratch in it, just random. And you notice that after a minute or so, anywhere that you've just scribbled on,
Mm-hmm.
the ink fades, disappears, and the page is blank once again.
I write echo.
Just a single word?
Yep.
Okay.
Kind of big across most of the page.
All right. It stays there.
I draw a box around it, and then another
right.
box.
Okay.
Do the boxes disappear?
No, they seem to be maintaining.
Is this like Harry Potter? Because I read that.
Are you just asking out loud to the book?
No, I write it in the book.
Oh, okay. You put the sentence down. It just sits there. No
I
response
close it
from
and
the
then
book.
open it up again.
Okay. You close it, and you feel something pull on your weird. But nothing seems to happen. Then you open it back up again. The
Yep.
scribbly pages are still scribbly pages. Yours is perfectly legible, though. What you wrote.
Okay. Okay.
The boxes are still around the word echo.
Mhm.
Nothing else has filled in.
Weird book.
I write lots of trees have fallen. And then I close the book.
Okay. The rest of the evening is spent with recovery.
When I come back in,
The members of the summer court that are here are keeping an eye out, running patrols, checking the house for other threats, that sort of thing. Carl is found after about an hour and shows up. He's got a bag of supplies with him. First thing he does is tend to Phage, which means I'll have to make some rolls for him.
when I came back in, I was going to go over and basically kneel down
I am very injured.
next to where Phage and
Yes,
Mark
you are.
Just like sort of like actually sit down, lean the Zweihander against my.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm going to talk to the metal of my fake Zweihander.
What you talking to it about?
Talk it into becoming a real Zweihander.
Oh, okay. You have the glamour for that?
So much
Whatever you
words.
just said did not pick up.
Oh, how much
No,
glamour
not
does that?
you,
Oh.
John.
Oh, okay.
That's weird. because I didn't change anything. Yes, I have the glamour for it. I'm just looking it up right now because I didn't write it down because it's so much words.
Fair.
Okay. All right. How many wounds do you currently have, William, for Phage?
How many health levels do I have? Is the actual question.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me count that again. Yes, 9 wounds because I have 9
Okay.
health levels.
Gotcha. All right.
And I will.
So he spends a couple hours working you over. One of those lethal gets down. You don't have any aggravated, right?
No, just lethal.
Okay. One of those lethal gets downgraded to a bashing. And he pats you on the healthy shoulder. You are going to need some rest.
What I need is a shitload of glamour and a whole lot of food.
And some rest.
Yeah, that's the equivalent.
Yes, no, I'm saying use whatever magic you have. Also rest. Because this, yeah, food and weird and shit can take care of this. And then he taps you twice in the forehead. But this is going to need rest.
I don't know that we have the time for that. There's a war going on, you may have noticed.
There's a war on, Miss Milligan, he says in a sort of mocking tone. I'm aware. And in order to keep healthy bodies on the streets where they can do some good, sometimes they need rest.
Are all doctors like this?
Yes, we go to school so that we can learn how to be like this. Principles are fantastic, and passion is great, and science doesn't give a shit about either of those two things.
Neither does magic, to be fair.
Also,
Although, honestly, magic cares more about those first two than it does about science.
do not make me talk to your court later.
Do we have one right now?
Yes, she's the head of my motley. We're in the same court, you incomprehensible dumbass.
That wasn't a literal statement. Sure, whatever.
He kind of glances from side to side. All right. So, you didn't get this from me. And he shoves a goblin fruit into your hand. That'll kickstart things a little bit.
What am I holding?
You are holding... which one is this one? Nope, not that one.
Susap?
No, it is... There's the one that... Oh, wait, yes. No, it is Soothsap. Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, so I don't know what you theoretically would have just given me if she says this, it just disappears.
Very good. So 2 more of those lethal are downgraded to bashing. That is the only one I had, and I was supposed to be saving it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. All right. Well, all of you are going to need some rest, and then somebody's going to have to handle everything.
There's a lot to get done. Anyone needs to contact the unlikely, tell them to call me.
Done. Now, who should the unlikely be contacting right about now?
Honestly, War Dancer. Because this needs to be broken down.
No. Who are your people's personal people that need to know what you have been through?
Ah, thank you. All right. Barnaby Grange. Butterflies
He
already
knows. He's been
Right.
calling everybody.
Here. Good. All right then.
That's why I'm
Um,
here. Akushin's voice comes in. From the
Right. Mhm.
Do you know Paige?
No. Who knows Paige?
Several people.
Which motley is she in?
She's ensorcelled.
Oh, okay. I assume you have her phone number. Call
I
her.
do. You asked me who needed to know. I think everyone who needs to in that particular case is someone that we've got contact information for.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to get at. Call your people. Take care of yourselves.
Then why the
Circle
fuck
your
did you
wagons.
ask?
Because you weren't going to think of it unless I asked you. You were going to get all, things need to be fixed. We need to call War Dancer. We need to go back to battle. We need to break the...
Well, pardon me for being concerned for the fucking freehold.
There's other people to be concerned for the freehold right now. Are you the winter sovereign?
No, and that's quite frankly going to be a problem for Winter as well.
That's who's in charge of taking care of shit right now. And I guarantee if they don't already know, within an hour, they are going to know everything they need to do and get started on that. So you take care of you. And we will call you when we need you. And you call us if anything else pops up that needs to be,
I mean, you can say that, and we probably will take some time to heal and rest, but you're not going to stop us from helping the freehold.
Didn't say that. Prioritize is what I'm saying.
Priority 1, by the way, should be moving you guys out of this building. There's a huge fucking hedge gate and a train tunnel just behind your house. Which is where they came from.
This is our fucking hollow, though.
Yeah.
Well,
give me a Akujin. Your mantle will apply to this. Give me an intelligence and either academics or streetwise.
One of those I have a dot in.
Okay, good. Use that one, I'd say.
Intelligent. One success.
It occurs to you that honestly having a presence here is going to be the smartest tactical thing.
Oh, yeah.
Now, obviously, the unlikely are probably not the right people to, put on the front lines for guard duty, but they could still stay here as long as they're willing to put up with, 4 or so summer courtiers popping in and out at different times.
I was talking about them, not me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like, look, we're going to have summer people here guarding the door. So your hollow will be safe. But I don't know if you all should be here except under the strictest of protections Because if they decide to come back again for whatever reason,
So you'd rather us be somewhere where there aren't going to be multiple summer people at all times?
no, I'd rather you be somewhere where there's more summer people.
I don't think we're moving into the fort. I'm sorry.
Somewhere safer. Because this, I say, pointing at the bullet-ridden walls, ain't it? At the very least, somewhere more defensible.
Well, that decision is not going to be made right now. People need rest.
Get your rest. Be keeping guard.
One would hope that they'd be waiting for news back from their Outrider party before they set anything else, so we've hopefully got at least some time.
Do you even know what they were here for? Just a random attack or something else?
If I had to take a guess, the book that we took.
So then they're going to come back if they didn't get it.
Not until they realize their Outriders aren't coming back.
Sort of kick the dead wolf. Wonder how long that'll take.
Who knows?
And interestingly enough, none of these seem to be breaking down or anything particularly quickly.
Anyway, Phage is going to call Paige.
Okay. Rings twice, and then she answers. Hey, sweetie.
Hi. It's been a hell of a night. You might want to be here for this.
Where's here?
Crack house.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'll run over.
Be prepared for bad things.
You hear kind of the creak of a chair like she's just taken a seat. What's going on?
The Winter War has just gotten very personal.
I'm going to need you to tell me at least quickly. I do not need theories running around my brain while I'm trying to drive over there.
We've been attacked by a group of hobgoblins, including a bunch of thorn wargs. The Adele and Mira are dead.
My God.
I've been ripped to shreds, but I'm still standing.
Good. All right. I'm on my way.
All right.
Liz.
Yep.
There's a knock on your door.
Uh-huh.
The man with the knives needs to talk to you.
The door creaks open.
Butterfly's there, and you see Carl Stitches kind of lurking over her shoulder. She's about 6 inches taller than him, so he's kind of having to, peek up to her. Patient number 2. In or out?
Who's patient 2?
You are. Come on.
Not injured.
Don't
Bye.
care.
Try and shut the door on him.
So you try to shut the door,
Yeah.
and
Couldn't go well.
there's like a little bit of a struggle, and then it clicks shut. You're like, bang. Okay. Nice workshop you got in here. So, didn't take any injuries?
Wait.
He's
how to get
standing
in?
right. He squirmed in through, and you shut the door behind him.
No, not injured. Bye. Go. Door. I indicate.
See, here's the great thing about being a doctor to people who are changelings. HIPAA doesn't apply, and I decide whether or not you need treatment and diagnosis, and you don't get to refuse treatment. Sit your ass down.
I know a lawyer.
Good. What's their name?
The Miradel's ghost is like, you should have been listening to me. You know that.
Not injured.
You've said several times.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he taps you on the head. Let's see what's going on in here, shall we?
No, thank you.
Too late.
Already asleep? What's going on?
Or
I'm
do I need to
humming
start
and-
breaking things?
Mm.
10 minutes. Right?
What?
You are going to talk to me for 10 minutes, and then I will let you get back to your dysfunction.
Okay.
Good. What happened?
She's thinking very hard for a minute because she's got to organize all the little bits of everything
Sure.
that happened in an order. So it takes her a while. But plant in a bag and then here. No. Plant in the bag and then found reconnaissance in the hedge. She'll pull out the corner of the book and then quickly put it back.
He just nods.
And then they came and got it. Arguments before a bowl. Radio turned on and then
Mhm.
things coming after it. So fight or run.
And he holds out his hands. Fight. Run.
I didn't know what to do.
You did something, though. Eventually. Fight. Run.
Both badly.
All right. Go on.
Adele got hit. And then we went back in the house. And then I opened a gate and ran.
Mm-hmm. What happened after?
They followed. And then we went through the hedge and found Mira.
Mm-hmm.
Are you like the kind of doctor that does autopsies?
Sometimes.
They're downstairs.
All right. Was Mira dead when you found her?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that.
3 arrows. She'll like sketch out the angles. Ambush
In that house? Oh.
Hollow. They're at the garden, but they weren't there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Going off. Did I get any thinking back? Did I get any sense of like did they come in from the house side and then go out into the hedge, or was it like this was a group that was on the hedge side of things?
Give me a retroactive wits and survival.
Yeah. I don't think. Yeah, I have no idea. I was not paying that close attention. Stuff was happening.
So you found Mira in the garden.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of squints one eye to look at you. Not your fault. Not her fault either. Now you say it.
Not her fault or mine.
Good. Do you have anything in your garden that could help right now?
No, it all got torn up.
All right.
Oops.
What?
That are really strong. They're phages, though.
Then you should ask. Talking's not easy, but sometimes it's important. You did well. He hands you a card. Call me if you need anything.
Thanks.
And look at that. It only took about 5 minutes. You did very well. And he leaves.
Shut door. Well, shut door, then open door. Look and see if butterfly's on the outside still or not.
She does not appear to be, no.
Okay. Sit there for a second. Look down at the card.
It's literally just got his name and a phone number on it.
Okay. His which name? Because there was a whole thing with like, what is this dude's name?
It just says it's like written in a big pen, Carl,
Okay.
and a
Carl.
number. Right.
Got
It's almost
it.
like the sort of thing that if Liz was into this sort of thing, you would be given at a bar, kind of thing.
Okay.
Right.
Cool. She will tuck that into a different pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Sit there for a sec, and then what time is it by this point?
Oh, it's late at night.
It's
You're
late?
pushing midnight at least, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. She's gonna go downstairs and find the rest of the people and see what's happening.
Okay.
Now that she's kind of better.
The first person, as you work your way down, you see Carl and Barnaby, who has now arrived.
Mhm.
Barnaby's just sitting there with his arm around Lark, who Carl is giving a once-over, just a basic checkup to make sure, see if Lark is injured or needs any treatment or whatever. I don't think Lark took any damage during the fight, did you?
She took
Holly?
one.
She took one?
She took
All
one
right.
lethal.
Gotcha. He will try and help you with that then.
I also took one.
Yeah, he doesn't care about you right now.
There. Honestly, Aquagen doesn't care about the one lethal either. So it's like, also at some point in the downstairs area, I don't know whether or not they would have noticed it, but
There we go.
Aquagen would have been, his mouth would have been moving, but no sound would have been coming out. And then
Uh-huh.
after a few moments of that, the makeshift the sort of makeshift stop sign Zweihander melted and reformed into a proper, like, full-sized Zweihander, complete with leather-wrapped Picasso parry, full length.
Okay. Cool.
And a straight guard, curved one.
Excellent. Okay. But after a couple hours of work, that lethal downgrades to a bashing for you, Lark. Paige shows up and immediately just runs for Phage, and there are tears. And
As
just-
bad as this is, can I get a hit of glamour off that residual emotion?
Wow.
Welcome to gluttony.
Holy
cold
shit.
as ice.
Yeah, babe, it real hurt.
Welcome to gluttony.
Give me a presence and empathy, I'll say, for this one.
Like, she's not trying to, like, be cold, but she knows she needs that energy to speed this healing process.
Sure.
Presence and empathy. I will spend a willpower on this. Five glamour.
Yep.
That's more than I need for gluttonous feast of health, so
Okay. Now you just need to find some food.
I need a shitload of food, yeah.
All right.
And she gives Paige a hug.
And the evening passes. There's a very little bit of sort of makeshift repair, air quotes, done, which mostly involves dragging furniture in front of all the bullet holes so that the airflow is reduced significantly. But everybody is able to find enough time to sleep, get some rest. Everybody gets a willpower.
So how long do I have to wait before this lethal downgrades to bashing?
2 days.
Cool.
Per point. As long as you don't do anything extreme or onerous.
So it's never gonna.
But right, exactly. You're gonna die with those injuries.
With that.
No,
Nick.
no. Carl will give you a hand once he's finished helping with everybody else. Let's see. Yeah. So two of those, we'll say, from today and the next day, downgrade to bashing.
Not catching it.
I was saying he just took a really big Band-Aid and slapped it over. I don't know why it's not catching. I haven't adjusted my volume at all, and I'm the same distance from the mic.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's just sometimes it just won't pick anything up.
Wah.
It's one of those things that happens.
I
But-
blame Windows.
Yep. The next day, you wake up
Where did we sleep?
at the crack house.
Okay.
Yeah, because most of the damage was done to the first floor, and all of the sleeping quarters are second and third. So you guys still have plenty of access to that. And the first thing that happens is that about 9:30 in the morning, Lark, your phone rings.
She'll answer it.
Glancing at the caller ID, it's Goldstein, your agent.
Okay. Yes.
Hey, sweetie, aren't you supposed to be on set right now?
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Do I need to call you an Uber? Were you
No.
drinking again last night?
No, I'm not going in
I'm-
today.
You're not going in today.
No, I'm not going in.
you're not going in. Sweetheart, this is not the time.
2 of my friends just died last night. I'm not going in.
All right. I will work my magic then. Can you? If you need to take the day, take the day. Can I have you there tomorrow?
Fine. I'll be there tomorrow.
All right. I'll send you the call sheets. I'll forward those over to you, and I'll make sure you have a driver in the morning. All right.
Okay.
Would you have let Barnaby stay over?
Yes.
Okay. He sort of has been lurking around making coffee and stuff, or attempting to make coffee. He finds out that the coffee pot took at least 3 rounds, and goes out and buys some instead.
Phage probably idly notes to Barnaby, you know, Summer Court did more damage to this building than the Hobgoblins did?
The Hobgoblins weren't probably looking to damage the building.
No, but that fusillade that was aimed at the Hobgoblins definitely tore this fucking house to shreds.
It sounded amazing, though.
I'll make a note of that. You feel, which is said in reference to Phage's statement, not Akojin's.
None of you guys were here to hear the music that was that attack.
Auto fire. There's nothing quite like it.
Rakujin's spot,
right.
there's just 2 deep gouges, one in the floor and one in the seat.
Right, yeah. But yeah, this place is going to need some TLC.
Maybe we'll stop calling it the crack house when we rebuild it.
Yeah, call it whatever the fuck you want. It's your place. Is there anything you need me to do to help with the aftermath of this, love?
I'm assuming it's aimed at Lark.
Yes.
Just took a turn with rage. Sorry, I thought he was still talking to Paige.
Now, 100% more polyamory in Final Show Film shows.
Sorry, what did he just ask her?
Is there anything you need me to do to help take care? Anybody I need to call or contact in the aftermath of this whole?
I don't think so. I need to contact Adele's lawyer.
Of course she has a lawyer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Husband,
Called
everybody.
him once before, but I have to find his number.
Okay. If you need me to pick up anything, just give me a ring. I'm going to be back in like an hour because there's a couple things that I'm going to take care of for you guys. Unless you need me to hang out here until the phone calls and stuff are over, I can do that too. It's easier either way.
That's fine. I'm just gonna make some phone calls.
Okay. I'll be back in 60 or less.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. So who are you calling?
She's gonna try to hunt down that because she was back when all that stuff happened and like Pierre was arrested. Lark was the one that called whatever his name is, the lawyer.
Abercrombie.
Abercrombie. Okay. So she's gonna try to find his number.
Okay. Takes you maybe 10 minutes of scrolling back through old calls and that sort of thing. You find one that you're like, yeah, pretty sure this is the one. Hit dial. Right about now is probably 10:30 in the morning.
Question.
Rings. Yeah.
What's procedure for disposing of these bodies I've been standing vigil over all night?
That is usually up to the motley.
Yeah, okay. So I will continue then. So like oxygen hasn't moved from the place where he sat down. Hasn't
Right. Mhm.
moved. Still
Right.
keeping an eye on the bodies.
Cool. Rings 3 times. And then you hear a voice. Why are you calling me this early in the morning, and who the fuck is this?
I'm calling you because stuff happened last night and Adele is dead and I'm a friend of Adele's.
Uh-huh. Wait a minute. Aren't you that club singer?
Yes, I'm Lark.
Right. Okay. Let me get down to the office. And I'll see what I've got on file. And you hear kind of like a stumbling and then a clink of glass. All right, in the office. Here we go. And you hear a file cabinet pull open. Fuck. Gonna have to look through some of this shit and see what. Well, you're Lark?
Yeah, I'm Lark.
What's your address? I'll be over in like.
So
A bit.
give him the gosh, should you give him the address for the crack house?
Probably not.
Like, this sounds like a bad idea. Can I meet you somewhere?
That is an excellent plan. You know Lucky's Bar?
Would Lark know Lucky's Bar?
Give me an intelligence and streetwise.
One success.
Yeah, you know where Lucky's Bar is.
Yeah. When do you want me to meet you there?
Well. Oh. Yeah. Half hour.
Can you make it about an hour?
Sure. That'll give me time to get started.
All right.
Awesome. Okay. Do you have a notary?
No.
All right, bring an extra $20.
Okay.
See you in an hour. Click.
I had the best lawyer in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, nice choice.
She didn't hire him because he's ethical. She hired him because he gets the job done.
And
I
'cause
I
he
mean,
was
yeah, to be
cheap.
fair, you hired the best lawyer in the world for a changeling.
Right.
Lark is gonna go find listen Phage, whoever she runs into first.
Okay.
Considering
Liz
I feel
would've-
like Liz is hiding.
A little bit. She's probably at this point starting to creep down to start repairing stuff because that's how she copes.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a dexterity and crafts.
Sure.
Where would you be focusing? First? Pick a room.
Nowhere near the bodies. So whatever the
Kitchen it
rooms are,
is.
so-
Okay.
Or all the lasting damage that the house has had before the attack. I'm gonna
I mean,
finally
yeah.
fix that room that has no roof.
Yeah. 5 successes.
So you have been spending the last 10 minutes or so knocking that door back into shape, the kitchen back door that got knocked off its hinges, and putting it back on, and it's looking pretty decent right about now. Still a little bit of splintering to the trim, but
I'm
doesn't
pushing
even
it back
squeak
and
when you
forth.
open it now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Took you about 10, 20 minutes or so, but you managed to get the old stripped screws out and put some new ones in. And
Not bad, not bad. Okay, there's like wreckage of all of our cups and things. I'm
oh
gonna
yeah.
push that outside.
Okay, so that's off the back porch now. Fantastic.
Caltrops.
Hey, there we go.
So that's where Liz can be found.
Yep.
Paige is probably in the main room with Paige, all things considered.
Lark would probably run into Phage first.
Romantic
Wandering
sitting
around.
with a view of the corpses.
So the corpses have been, at this point, rolled up into sheet plastic and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Hey,
Hey,
how are you feeling? Like physically, I know emotionally it's
I'm still horribly fucked up, but I'm not going to be able to do a lot about that until I get my hands on a shitload of food.
okay. I called Adele's lawyer. I'm
Right,
meeting
okay.
him. I'm meeting him at Lucky's bar in about an hour. I wanted to know if you wanted to come.
Yeah, I can probably fulfill that while I'm there.
Hmm. Also, do you know where Liz is?
Kitchen.
Bang, bang, bang from the kitchen.
Fair.
She will walk in the kitchen.
Hi. Hello. Good morning.
Someone's had their coffee.
No coffee.
Okay.
I don't drink caffeine.
Points at coffee machine that is destroyed.
Get a
There's
new
like
one.
6 cups of just steaming black coffee in a carrier.
Mm-hmm.
I called Adele's lawyer. I'm gonna meet him in about an hour. Phage is gonna
What's
come
his
with
name?
me. Abercrombie.
Liz writes it down.
Writes that down. Meet?
I'm meeting him. I told
Okay.
him. Well, I told him Adele's dead. I didn't tell him what happened. But yeah, Phage is coming with me. I wanted to know if you wanted to come.
I don't like him.
I mean, you can stay here.
He's a bad driver.
As long as like Akujin or someone is here like with you.
I don't need a babysitter.
You don't. And I'm not saying it because it's you. I just don't think anyone should be alone, especially after what happened last night.
Do you think there's ghosts here?
I don't know.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
Because people died here.
Yeah. I don't really know how that works, so I don't know.
Confirm in season 1 that the ghost was one of
You're
the
not picking up again, John.
Oh, I was picking up in OBS. Zoom is being
It wasn't
weird.
coming across us.
Yeah.
Didn't we confirm in season 1 that one of the people we killed when we took over the house was still here as a ghost?
I mean, Adele
Oh,
has been
yes.
talking to the ghosts that live in this house for a while.
Yeah, I don't think
now.
this would know.
I was going to say,
Honestly.
it wasn't one of the people you killed, but yes, there is a ghost here. His name is Walter.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm.
He is, by Adele's analysis, he was someone who died here from an overdose at some point before you guys,
Okay.
tossed the place.
Walter is a little bit temperamental.
He's adjusting, but yes,
Yes.
he is.
So it was like all the other people in the house. That's fine.
More or less. No,
So
he's
he's-
adjusting.
I'm going to. I'm going to.
Well played, Jack.
I'm going to turn up the input volume on my microphone specifically in Zoom and see if it stops dropping my audio to you guys.
That'll probably help.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
What are you talking to him about?
He wanted to meet
What?
me. I
Okay.
don't know. I know Adele has some sort of a family. I don't think she's close with them or anything. And
Coins. The portrait.
yeah. And I know she has a lot
Where's
of
Adele's cat? Adele's cat's going to die.
it's bad. That's the least of my concerns right now. It's probably back at her place.
Cut to picture.
I love
of-
how you guys are calling it Adele's cat when Adele was strictly against having the cat, letting it in her house. It is actively not Adele's cat. It is, if anybody owns it, Adele is at the bottom of the list of all.
Right.
It's more Phage's and Liz's cat than anybody else's.
Cut to Adele's house, where the cat has sat in front of a picture of some sort of monarch, but the camera is angled so that you just see the cat with the crown
Cat
on the
with the
cat's
crown.
head.
Yep.
Meow.
I say Casper has
Beautiful.
probably already found his way into the source of food and will be fine.
Yeah. This is not.
He's just gonna have pissed all over the couch again.
And there's
I
just
mean, he
and
was also an outdoor cat anyway, so that cat is 1000% fine.
and,
Cat is in better condition, better fed, and better emotional state than anybody in this motley.
and then you just see the ghost that lives in Adele's house trying to shoo the cat away, but being completely ineffective of it.
I feel like that is another thing with cats and dogs, sea goats. I feel like that'd be fun. They're gonna have a side changeling of just their adventures. I'm into this.
Casper and the friendly ghosts.
Yes.
After that, Lark will text Barnaby about what's going on and ask if he wants to come.
He'll text back, meet you there.
Paige will
Don't-
look over at Paige. Do you want to head that way?
I mean, if we're meeting with a lawyer,
It's probably last will and testament.
yes, I'll be there.
Okay.
Not to put too fine a point on it, Akujin says from the other side of the same room you're all in. But, do you want to bury them? Cremate them? Throw them in the river?
Not that last one.
Mm-mm.
It's your guys' choice what you do with them, so.
Lark will walk back in the room. Let me see if Adele had any wishes on what she wanted done with her body.
Cool.
Adele might have things planned for her will. Mira, unlikely.
He cocks his head to the side. Let me know if that will says Adele wanted her body interred in a haunted house.
That'd be kind of amazing.
I wouldn't put it past her.
I kind of hope it says that now. That's in character.
I mean, I was literally gonna say just throw the body in the person-sized pit in the basement. It'll be fine.
So yes.
Mira, I think, had a bit less in terms of that kind of attachment, and I think
Not in the hedge.
no, not in the hedge, but I think honestly, I think cremation might be.
You could also give him the winner if you want.
I don't want to do that right now.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right, well, go do your business. I'll keep watch.
Lark will get ready.
Let's go.
All right. So you guys drive over to Lucky's Bar. It's kind of central, south central Baltimore, close to the Inner Harbor and that sort of area. As you pull up, Liz,
Yep.
you recognize Abercrombie's car. Currently, it's the one that's parked with
I thought
one
Liz
tire
wasn't
up.
going.
Oh, wait. Did Liz decide she wasn't going, or I thought she was?
No, after kind of all of that, she would have gone because she doesn't want to be
Okay.
in it. She doesn't want to get left behind with Akagene.
It's fair. You recognize Abercrombie's car. It's the one parked with at least one tire up on the curb. Definitely not within lines, and you're pretty sure in front of a fire hydrant.
I parked better than that.
You do.
Much
Proud of
better.
you.
Thanks.
You guys go in. Abercrombie is a fairly short, rather stout man. He's currently wearing a jacket, slacks that have definitely been slept in, brown shoes. The necktie is sort of sideways and definitely loosened around. It's less of a 5 o'clock shadow and more of a weekend shadow. And he sees you coming in, kind of swipes some of his balding hair out of his eyes. Hey, yeah, no, back this way. One more.
No.
For me.
Oh,
Grabs
sorry.
his beer.
It's been a day.
Yeah. Death does that to people. It'll be fine. Grabs his beer and kind of worms his way into a back corner booth. Fucking Christ, you brought a lot of people with you. As Barnaby comes in the door, having pulled up recently behind you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right.
Travel in packs.
Hey, it's you.
Hi.
Stayed out of jail recently?
Yep.
Good for you. Personal growth. I love it.
Best.
Best. Well, so I guess we'll just get started. If Miss Lark, you're good with everybody here being, here.
Yeah.
All right then. So, Miss Hamilton had she'd made a codicil and then an alteration and then just basically kind of redid the entire will a little while back.
When?
A little while ago. Jerry will be here for signatures and notary stamp. We will need death certificate. I'm assuming you guys have that all handled with the coroner and the morgue and whatnot.
None of that's been handled yet. It was literally last night.
We will have it handled though.
Okay, well, we can at least get this part out of the way, and then as long as you guys have the proper paperwork afterwards, then we can put everything through the court and get everything set up the way we want. But yeah, I'll open this bastard up and we will see what she said. And he pulls a butter knife off of a nearby table and zips open a large manila envelope.
Right?
I love the joy Jeremy's getting from this, by the way.
Absolutely.
I
So,
just
Jeremy,
wish I'd had
what's
more
the will
Steve
say?
Abercrombie. Is blah 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 legalese.
Mm-hmm.
Which is how
Basically-
Abercrombie reads it.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But
In the
essentially,
event of my death, being of sound mind and body, blah, 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 yeah. Mhm.
Yep. All possessions, resources, properties, anything legally owned by Adele is now Lark's.
And there's a letter for you too. And he hands a sealed envelope over to Lark, which will be showing up in the writings handout in your journal. Under the title, A Letter from Adele. Is one of you the accountant?
Don't think so.
What?
Yes.
No,
All right.
You're not that specific
So-
accountant.
No, don't listen to her. She's not.
She's a good accountant, but she's not the one you're looking for.
All right.
Is not the accountant you're
Because,
looking
well,
for.
all of y'all know that Miss Hamilton did a lot of writing and podcasting and whatnot. So, not to be more of a vulture than normal, death of an author, book sales are going to go through the fucking roof. So get a good accountant.
Okay.
Okay.
Because all those
And then
books,
things will peter out. But yeah.
all those books now belong to Lark.
Yeah. And you don't want to try. Yeah. Royalties, taxes are a fucking labyrinth nightmare. So yeah, get a good accountant. All right. Well, that's about what I'll. Oh, Jerry, there you are. Hey, bud, come on over here. Lark, or you'll probably have to use your legal name, not your stage name, but you'll sign
Lark is my
here.
legal name.
All right. You'll sign here and here. You have photo ID on you?
Yes.
Okay.
She'll show him her ID.
All right. Jerry looks at your ID, has you sign something in a book, has you sign two places, stamp. And then he turns to Abercrombie, who's like, all right, which one of you brought the $20? Because this man needs to be paid.
Lark will give him $20.
All right. He writes you a receipt. Always a pleasure. My condolences, folks. And the notary leaves.
Lark will ask Abercrombie. It doesn't mention in the will what she wanted done with her body.
He flips a couple pages. Not really.
Haunted house it is. She will say out loud.
Yeah, that tracks. All right. Well, I've got everything I need. My office will be in touch with you later on to get everything else sewed up that we need to.
Yeah, we'll
And-
get you that death certificate as soon as we can.
Good. Anytime within the next 2 weeks or so, probably be fine.
Mhm.
All right. Well, if you need a recommendation for a good funeral home, Yellow Pages. And he puts on his hat and walks out.
Phage, does Phage have Carl Stitch's number?
Sure.
Yeah. So she will call Carl.
They're both Spring Court.
Yeah, she will call Carl.
Serious. If y'all don't hire him for your Motley's lawyer, you've made a mistake.
Yeah. Hello. Yep. Phage.
Hey, Carl.
Yeah.
You're our doctor. Do we have a coroner?
I mean, the city has one.
I mean, that can handle the situation regarding us. Same reason we can't go to hospitals.
I mean, oh, I can forge some shit.
We just need a death certificate.
Oh, child's play. I will get in touch with some of my winter boys, and we will wrangle something up for you guys.
We just need the paperwork to make sure that this can be dealt with.
Do you have an extra car?
I look over at
Adele's
Lark.
car.
Yes, we technically do.
Okay, because that's usually the easiest way to do it.
Sorry, what?
Faking a car accident is usually the easiest way to do it.
Yeah,
Or
that would
Adele's
track.
car.
That would track.
Pile them in. Ogre's rending grasp. Tear the car up in the front. Make it look like they hit something.
Or actually ram it into something. Just put a brick on
I
the
was gonna say,
Yeah, too.
yeah. All right, grab two ogres. One of them grabs on each side, and you just swing
Swing
it into
it.
a phone pole. But yeah, I'll get some folks on that. Least we can do.
All right.
And yeah.
And that's
Okay.
the phone call. So we'll have to get that organized. Probably want to use Adele's car because that's the most likely thing that she would have been in a car accident with.
Also, it's damaged.
We need to have a reason for them to have died other than attacked by things from the hedge.
Oh, no wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny enough, wolf attacks are very low on the cause of death frequency in central Baltimore in 2018.
Didn't realize this. by
Didn't
this
seem
point
to
yet.
phase people in downtown Los Angeles and cursed. That's all I'm gonna say.
Fair, but
To be fair, it's downtown Los Angeles.
right. Weird shit happens there all the fucking time.
Abercrombie left by this point, right?
Oh yeah, he's gone.
Yeah. Okay.
We wouldn't be having this
How-
conversation if anyone else was.
Yeah.
Sitting
How
there.
busy? Yeah. I assume it's not very busy.
No, it's pretty dead. It's
Pretty
like
dead.
maybe noon at this point. Yeah.
So
What?
let's head back and start handling things.
How? What? What are we doing?
Well, for one, we have to deal with a car.
What car?
Mhm.
I
Lark
would
is like
s-
reading the letter and like looks up from it. What?
I would say Adele's car in this particular case.
What about Adele's car?
We need a reason. I just went over this with Liz.
Okay, I'm
Staging-
sorry. I was distracted. What about Adele's car?
We need a reason for these two people to have died other than wolves.
Can it not be Adele's car?
Do you want to throw the van under the bus? A literal bus, maybe?
Yeah, we can get another and a better van.
The van is pretty shitty.
The car
van
is
is
very
bad.
nice.
It's just
Adele
got,
wouldn't want us to do that to her car.
just got a big dent in the front right now from where the wolf landed on it.
Yeah.
That
Fix
car,
it.
that car's gonna need some body work.
Little bit of body work. That's about it.
Yeah, it's fine. But
Anyway, we need to establish the reason, and we need to do that quick.
Okay.
I want to repair the house.
Yeah, you can get on that while we're handling the other situation.
Okay, Akagene.
What about him?
The pledge.
Well, we just in the span of one night went from one of the anomalously largest motleys in the city to pretty normal sized.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to start letting the people who know what's been going on with us into the situation? Do we want to let Akajin into the motley at this point?
I think we need to at this point. And Adele was okay with it at the end.
It's literally just the three of us now.
So, yeah, I think we should do it.
I want to lose you too.
You won't if I have anything to say about it. Could I have gotten enough food over the course of the situation for Gluttonous Feast of Health?
Sure. Spend your glamour.
Yay. Contracts.
You're
Stone.
not walking into a blizzard.
3 glamour. Okay.
I look over it.
2, 3.
Lark.
I'll spend a willpower.
I'm not walking into a blizzard, she says, looking up from the letter. By the way, it's a really good thing that Akujin did not kill Adele. Because I can't possibly kill him. It's a request in the letter, show point. She seemed to think it was a scenario that could happen.
If
course she did.
if Akujin killed me, I need you to kill him.
And if Akujin was the person who killed me, please kill him back. It is only fair.
That's great.
So with 4 successes, I literally convert all of my remaining lethal into bashing.
Cool. Nicely
Nice.
done. Yep.
Because Gluttonous Feast of
is-
Health is a massive healer.
It's a good one. It's a
Every
good one.
every success turns 2 lethal into 2 bashing.
Yep. So, you guys wrap up at Lucky's with
Um,
all the information garnered.
While they were gone,
And-
wanted.
Yeah.
So after they had a while after they had left, and it's just me in the house watching over the bodies. Akujin sort of looks up into the air above them. I don't know if you leave behind a ghost, or if your ghost would be here. Did. But for what it's worth, sorry I was late. And then just sit in silence, staring at the bodies again.
The only thing of note that happens to you while you're alone in the house is you get a text from Diego saying, I think I might join a motley.
Look at the text and reply. Which one?
Hi, Thunder.
Go for it. I'm still your boss, though.
Don't be a dick.
I send back heart emojis. I send the full pride rainbow of heart emojis.
Hell yeah.
It's the only way to send heart emojis.
Fair. You guys come back to the crack house. And as you pull into park, another vehicle comes and parks on the opposite side of the street facing the other direction. It's a very, very nice pickup truck with a extended cab bed cover. And Leaffinger steps out of the driver's side.
Leaffinger.
Phage?
What do you
Liz,
want?
Do you the honor?
I heard about Lys's garden.
Yeah.
You're going to need some things to replant.
What kind
And-
of things?
He steps to the back, drops the tailgate, and pulls out a planter crate. It's probably about 3 feet wide and about 18 inches deep. And you just see a number of tied up bald plants that are seated here that are more or less prepared for wintering over. Once
Can
the
I
season turns,
Yeah.
this should probably get you started.
Can I get any sort of? I want to do an insight check. What's
Wits and empathy.
Yeah. Nope. I'm
Yep.
gonna-
You're kind of looking him up and down.
Can I make that roll?
Yeah.
I have a success.
Hard to read. I mean, definitely a nice gesture if you take it at face value.
And which plants are these and what's the cost?
You just lost 2 people. That's cost enough.
No thanks.
So, Liz, you open your
Mhm.
mouth and you try to say no thanks.
Yeah.
A string of nonsense syllables comes out. Everybody, Liz has just made a noise that is unintelligible. Leaffinger kind of looks at you. I'll set him on the porch. I understand if that's about as far as you want me to come.
It is.
Sets it down by the stairs there. I have handling notes on each of the individuals, and you can see there are these small little wrapped up pieces of paper on each one. Liz makes another unintelligible sound.
Lark will stare at Liz. Are you all right?
She nods.
Liz, you try to nod. Your head, it just kind of wobbles on your shoulders in no clear indication of anything.
She goes inside. She doesn't answer.
Is she capable of walking, or does she just hit
Oh, yeah.
the ground and start?
She
making
walks just
snow
fine.
angels?
She walks just fine.
Phage looks back at Liz and then looks at Leaffinger with that sort of, I know that's not normal, and I know the only thing that happened is you showed up kind of expression.
Leaffinger just gives you a very even stare back. He doesn't look like he's trying to hide anything, just kind of a what?
If there's anything else,
I don't know if this is what she needs right now, but this is what I do.
Gosh.
And he gives you a nod, gets back into the pickup truck, and drives away.
Oh god, that got me.
Phage immediately leaving the plants where they are walks over to Liz. Are you able to talk right now?
Liz was trying to text. Is she able to? She's trying to text like Leaffinger or something. When she does that, does it come out normal looking?
You start typing, and your fingers are hitting the right keys,
Yeah.
but something on your phone is just making the wrong ones pop up. And there's no pattern to it. Like you try and switch to be like, okay, so I hit the Y, but it made a B. Maybe if I hit the B, it'll make a Y.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It's just anything you try and do for communication is just garbled.
Okay. So when Phage goes in to try and find her, her phone is lying in the middle of the like the hallway, right at the entrance, and she has backed against a wall.
So yeah, Phage sort of kneels down in front
I'm
of her.
just looking over at Liz now.
Can you talk right now?
I'm trying.
Nothing. Just blah.
Okay. We need to figure out what just happened to you.
That's weird.
Did he curse me?
More nonsense syllables.
What was...
Stand up and start walking over.
Can you try writing something, Liz? Lark will hand her paper and pencil.
Liz will pull out the Nero's book actually, and open it up to after all the scribbles and try writing testing 1 2 3.
Is what you're writing in the book.
Yeah.
So all of you see Liz pull out a book. She turns past a number of pages that are just filled with scrawls and scribbles to another page that has one big scribble at the top and a few smaller ones underneath. And she's just doing more scribbles underneath it. Liz, you're still very clearly able to read all of the things that you've written.
Okay.
And as far as you can tell, but what those have remained legible,
Mm-hmm.
your hand is refusing to make the right letters currently, though.
Okay.
You're writing letters, but gibberish. Everybody else who is looking at the book, she's just going scritch, 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 scritch all across the page.
Oh, can't read that.
She's gonna shut the book and walk upstairs to her workshop.
Weird question. Liz said that or actually, who told me about the book? Who told me? Who did I ask why they attacked?
Phage.
You said they were coming after a book.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever figure out what was in those books?
It was a series of stories about Queen Gracie.
Like what?
They were like children's stories almost.
Children's fairy tales that, as far as we can tell, are probably at least analogies for things that Queen Gracie has done.
Yeah.
Do you think it'd be updated?
Liz has the book. Let's go find out. So Phage walks up to follow Liz.
I'll follow as well.
So yeah, Liz has gone into her workshop and is trying to she just grabs a piece of paper and some crayons and she's trying to do like the basic sort of this is a house, there is a sun, there's snow, that kind of thing. If it's coming out at all.
So you're just trying to draw a picture at this point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You draw the picture of a house. Yep.
Okay.
A little bit of a sun up in a corner.
Okay. What was the last thing Phage had asked? So then she's gonna do she's gonna try and get some meaning into this thing, which may break it. She's gonna do a hole in that house and some plants coming off of one side that is intended to be like the hedge, and then
so you start to try and draw this picture and the
Uh-huh.
crayon breaks. You pick up the scraps and start trying to push it together and it's not coming out.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try and push some glamour into fixing that thing. I've got brief glamour repair. I have to spend glamour to do it, but it fixes an item.
Okay, so
It's
that
just
would repair the
temporary.
crayon.
Yeah. And I try and use it again. Same thing.
Immediately snaps again.
Yep.
But pushing the glamour into it,
Yeah.
you feel that pull on your weird again. The same one that happened when you first wrote in this book. Give me an intelligence and occult.
Okay. Four successes.
Suddenly something crystallizes in your mind.
Okay.
If that book is a token, to use it properly, a cost has to be paid. Usually magical. You spend glamour or something like that. You wrote in the book without paying any cost. This is probably that cost coming back to bite you.
Do I have any idea of how long it would last?
With 4 successes, probably fairly short term.
So yeah, you come in into the workshop, everyone following, and there's sort of broken crayons around and kind of like the evidence of what she's been trying to do. And she is sitting on the floor with the Mira's book in front of her, just sort of staring at it and kind of breathing shakily because this is freaky.
And Phage, looking at the situation, is sort of considering, does this look like a pledge breaking punishment or?
No, doesn't look like a pledge breaking punishment. This looks like a. Go ahead and give me an intelligence and occult as well.
I have a bit of occult. And I'm not unintelligent. One success.
Yeah. This is very specific. Usually pledge breaking consequences are far more general and a little further reaching. This is a specific targeted problem. It would be very problematic if it doesn't wear off, but this feels more specific than I made a promise and broke it.
So more like a catch for something.
Right. Probably more like a catch or a drawback to something.
Or a curse.
So Phage sort of walks in and kneels down next to Liz and looks at the book that she's just tossed on the table. You think that's it?
There's another wobble,
I see that
but-
she attempts to do something with her head, and I'll take that as a yes. Do you still have Queen Gracie's book?
I pull it out.
Can I see it for a second? I'll
Hand
take
it
it
over.
and flip towards the end to see if there's any new pages.
Nope. Same status as it was before.
Okay,
But
so
I'm
it's not
looking
it's
over
not
the shoulder.
updating itself.
Because I still don't know what's actually in the book.
Uh-huh.
Do I see that torn off last page of Gracie finds a
Unless Phage is trying to hide it, yeah, you can.
Not
see that.
really.
Mhm.
Yeah.
looking at it? Gracie finds a family?
Family, friend, something with an F.
What was the message on the boat, Jack?
A family for the queen.
It was
Yep.
wasn't a family.
The message on the boat was a family for the queen.
Yeah. Because it just goes
The last page of the book here is Queen GR builds a.
all right. Queen Gracie builds a family.
That's what I was thinking.
And that comes through clear.
Oh,
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 you're fixed.
Oh, you can see.
hi.
good.
This
We're
is
off.
Hey.
does this
Don't write in it. I point at the other book.
Oh. I won't.
Good
this-
to know.
This feels like a chronicle. I say pointing
Yeah.
at the book.
Yeah, that's sort of where we were at.
So family carving pieces off of carving specific
And
pieces
Liz,
off
you
of
have a new
people.
token under the miscellaneous
Okay.
folder.
Cool.
Now that you've been through the whole thing and can sort
Mhm.
of begin to intuit how it functions.
Is the Winter War all because Queen Gracie wants to physically build a family?
Maybe.
I mean, weird.
I've heard monarchs go to war for more petty reasons.
Oh fuck. Okay, so what is sorry, back on topic. What'd you guys find out?
Well, everything Adele had is now Lark's.
Rats.
Thanks. She shrugs.
We're gonna have to fabricate a death reason for both Adele and Mira.
I imagine.
Car accident.
Probably gonna get Winter on it.
That was who Carl said he was going to contact. Yeah.
Yep.
Carl Stitches will be contacting Winter about that.
So we'll just keep the bodies until they get here, and I guess after they crash it, we'll either send it back to Stitches or deal with them else. Otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
all right.
And Liz, you also have under the writings handout, you have a thing called Leaffinger's Garden Guide, which is what is
Neat.
attached to the crate.
Cool.
This goes and throws it in the trash. So this is awkward, but I was heading to look up a clue on Walter Gray when I got the call that you guys were under attack. Y'all want to tag along with me so in case something else tries to come after that book?
Who? What?
Walter Gray, I texted you. I say, pointing at you, realizing you don't have your phone in your hand, and then remembering that you threw it on the floor. Right. So Walter Gray was the squire of the Broken Bow that was around back when the Keyhole was, or when the Changelings first started coming in Baltimore. He disappeared several years ago along with Wax Henry, Polly, and Lacewing, who were three other of the older Changelings in the town. And he used to hang out around Greenmount Cemetery and Sugar Ray's. Papa Sledge figures he probably lived near the cemetery, and that might be a clue as to what happened to him, where he went, and maybe also give me a clue as to who the squires of the Broken Bow might be, or if there are any more in the city.
Where's the connection to the war?
Well, the squires are specifically an organization that sort of fights to defend the Keyhold in times of war and conflict. I figured if there are any around, we probably want them on our side, because at the moment, Summer keeps getting their asses kicked.
Knights in shining armor died out with the advent of gunpowder, which was much more effective.
I hold up my Zweihander. Well, this one cut through that goblin and wolf just fine, so...
But a gun could cut through you.
Not as easily.
And also, we live in a land of fairy tales. Knights in shining armor are stock in trade.
The point being that if there are any around, they are stalwart and powerful defenders of changeling kind, and we could use them.
Probably. A more immediate topic. We just went from 6 to 4. Oh, no, sorry. We just went from 5 to 3. Do you still want in?
Yeah.
All right. Repeat after me then.
Already?
Do we really
Might
want
as
to delay
well do
this?
it.
Not gonna lie, I was really hoping for a. Let me get back to you.
Do we
Just
really-
to keep the what the fuckery going for a little longer.
Unfortunately, Akujin feels like it's his fault Adele and Mira are dead, because he wasn't here because he wasn't already in the
Yep.
motley.
Yeah, no, legit. It makes complete sense. It just would have been really funny.
Do we really want to delay this any further?
I don't know. It's up to you, Les.
Liz is gonna use her Panamancy right now. This is stupid, but she's kind of not sold on the whole Akujin thing at this point.
If you had to choose, if you had to choose.
Yeah. And
This is the musical episode of
is
Parrot.
also like, for her at least, this is would be equivalent to choosing to follow Akujine's chain of logic of, okay, we're going to go find this group of mysterious legendary figures who may or may not exist. Whereas her plan with Adele, which she has no idea how to do anymore, and it's maybe not an option anymore, but she wants to see if it is, of tracking down Queen Gracie and going that route instead, because that's kind of where she is on the fence of deciding right now.
Wits and composure, then.
Okay. Gah.
Signs unclear. Try again later.
So
Literally, your brain is
Yep,
like,
yep.
I need a day to think about this.
not yes. No. I don't know. And there are more things than just the gray.
Yeah, that doesn't mean we're going to immediately do that right now, but I think we need to establish this pledge right now, even if we're not going to be immediately going to follow him to hunt down the Greys. Some of us might not, but it's
We haven't-
important to get this established.
Even buried them yet.
I know. But we won't get that chance if something attacks us and we're not working together.
Yeah, I think this is for the best, Liz.
You don't get to make the decisions. I look at Akujin.
Even if I did, you wouldn't listen to me.
Right. She puts her hand in for like a teen
Go
80s
team!
movie.
We
Phage is like,
understand each other.
Phage is like, this like has a moment of like, that wasn't necessary, but then, you know what? I'm gonna go with it. And she puts her hand in.
Let her go put her hand in.
Hand in confusedly.
All right, so Akujin, repeat this for me. Hand to hand we stand, and side by side. Though my brother and I may quarrel, none may quarrel with my brother, and not quarrel with me. This is my oath. Friendship, assistance, and the blessing that come of both. Until the year has spun anew. May our prosperity desert us, and our talents fail us, should we break this vow of brotherhood.
Blinks. Have that in writing.
Give it your best shot.
Bucks.
Paraphrase.
Line
Give
by
me
line.
a wits and
No.
intelligence. Akujin.
Ah, yes, my strong suit.
You can spend willpower. You have to
This
spend one
group
willpower,
of
but you can spend
fuck-ups
another
right
one.
here.
You know, I could have done it like one clause at a time or one sentence. No, whole thing, start to
The
finish.
whole
Go.
thing.
Yeah, I know. Phage is like, we're doing this now.
One
Go.
success.
We're essentially playing
work-
contract telephone.
Right. You work your way through it.
It's-
You know, it gets there. And Akujin spend another willpower, and you are a member of the Motley with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
spent second will.
It's not picking up again.
Still not picking
I
up
have
again.
spent the second willpower.
All right.
Ah,
Welcome to the Motley.
cool.
I believe the Motley blessing is an extra dot of willpower and an extra dot of empathy.
Yeah, I think we want
Resources
empathy.
is definitely part of
No,
it.
it was a dot of, you get a dot of personal
Sorry,
resources.
resources. Yes. Sorry, I don't know what I just said. I meant to say resources and empathy.
I was gonna say, and I think you get a dot of empathy as well. Yeah.
I could
I don't know what came out of my mouth a second ago, but resources and empathy are the things I was intending to say.
If you could give me the handout, Jack.
Yep. Let me see here.
I don't think we have the handout for the Motley pledge.
I assume I remember having one.
That might be back in my. I'll grab you that at some point here, but yeah, no, I think that's back in my old notes on my local documents that I will have to pull
I
up.
have the Motley pledge here.
You know,
Yeah.
I have the
Boons,
I have the
adroitness of
Sentry's
empathy,
pledge.
+1, blessing of resources, medial +2, sanction, poisoning of wounds, medial -2,
I just need
etc.
I just need
Here,
the text so I
me.
can put it in my pledge list.
Yeah, this is how I wrote it. So I don't know if it's coherent, but
It's
I
close.
don't know
Close
if it's
enough.
coherent, but all right.
there it is.
Oh, also, for what it's worth, Diego's joining the High Thunder.
Which one's High Thunder again? Because I don't.
The weirdos in the RV.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
Best reaction.
The
Liz.
reaction was amazing.
At the very least, it'll be good to have
Yeah.
eyes on him.
What says that?
I think we've extended the duration to a year and a day at this point, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
was from the first time. So
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys did a month the first couple times, and then we're finally like, okay, I guess this is sort of working out.
All right.
most of us.
All right.
+1
By the time
resources,
everything
+1
is
empathy.
handled, it is getting a little late to go out looking at graveyards or bars.
Okay.
So, and also because your narrator wants to have one other scene before we close.
Hi, Jeremy. We'll see you in 3 weeks.
Oh, good.
Sorry, Jeremy.
No. Are you kidding? I just wish I had popcorn.
Everybody sleeps. Everybody gets another willpower. And Lark, the next day, you are due on set.
Mhm. Was it a commercial? I can't remember what this
Yes.
was. Okay.
You are currently shooting an alcohol commercial. Your
right.
role, kind of backing vocals stage performer in this speakeasy sort of setting. And you get in, they put you in costume, they get you in makeup, hair, whole shebang, get you on stage. You've, got your music, your lyrics, that sort of thing. There's a mic in your ear so that you can stay in sync with what the audio that's going to be laid over this, which you are going to actively record later on. The main function of this shot is a choreographed fight that's happening in the foreground. Over a tennis ball on a stick, which you assume is the digital stand-in for whatever object they're fighting over, probably the beer that's being advertised. And the central performer in this is a female. Burn scars all down the side of her face and head and shoulder. Jeremy, go ahead and describe your character.
Well, there's a good start. She is fairly tall, fairly athletic looking. Yeah, that's very clearly the first thing that you would people would probably notice. Is it covers like the entire like side going down. It looks like it goes further down. Plenty of hair on the other side. Doesn't seem to be affected by it physically at all. Nobody else seems to be responding to it. She is probably early 30s, pretty attractive, blonde, and just has this almost, those people that you just describe as, without really knowing what you would be defining as describing them as irrepressible. That's sort of the sense that comes off of her. There's no like the kind of jaded stuff that you would see like on, normally like when people are off camera or anything like that. None of that. She is like 100% here for it at all times.
And the
whatever
shot seems to
costume.
be, the shot seems to be framed on this, choreographed fight of whatever this digital stand-in object is represented, she is just going ham on all these other stunt guys to maintain possession of this thing. It gets flung into the air. She catches it one hand and, kicks somebody's legs out from under them, that sort of thing. And at the end, there's the voiceover, Natty Bow, worth fighting for.
Question.
Yes.
Is she practicing the Jackie Chan school of stunt performance? Which
A
is,
little bit.
you just fucking hit them.
No, there's definite there's solid contact. This is punches are not.
It's not your cut shots.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, this is something that they're like, hey, this is what we have a budget for, and we don't have a ton of editors, so yeah, just fucking hit him.
Just fucking hit him. All right. Like, force. Got it.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, go ahead and give me a wits and empathy from where you're at. There, Lark.
Jackie Chan's full of school of stunt performance. Hit them, just not as hard as you would normally.
Exactly.
Right. It's easier to react if there's something to react to.
I mean, to be fair, it's better than the Tony Jaa version, which is hit them full fucking force.
Break bones.
It is not letting me roll. My internet's doing all kinds of stuff.
Is
So
there
that might
is
be-
there like a request box behind your character sheet that's asking for a modifier?
Let me check.
That does happen, yeah.
Yeah, because it'll
Nope.
often hide. No.
No problem. I can probably roll it for you.
Yeah, that's
My internet's doing stuff.
No worries.
My internet might be getting fixed, and now it's yours that's having the problem.
I was gonna say I'm blaming you.
we have
now.
the transitive
Versus
property of internet
traveling, yeah.
issues. Yeah, 'cause it's like
You
it went
brought
from
the
Mara
disease
to
over today.
William to Holly.
Yep. But yeah, looking at the situation that's going on here, Lark, you're pretty sure that you might honestly be the only one that can see these.
And there it is.
Okay. Well, we'll go with your one success then. Sure, why not? Looking at what's going on here,
Or
you're
your-
pretty sure
I
that,
rolled twice.
or your two successes.
I am looking
Uh,
forward to 5 more rolls ready.
I only clicked it twice.
But you can tell, yeah, no, as far as the camera crew and the other actors are concerned, they can't see the burn scars.
Okay.
Her mane and her mask definitely are close.
So
Um,
so I can tell she's definitely
You're like,
Changeling.
oh, she's one of our people.
okay.
And Megan can make that same perception
Yep.
for Lark. Obviously, you walk in and you take a look and there's like, oh hey, bird lady behind the mic.
I was gonna say, is that
Play
an
it cool.
empathy or is
Play
that
it
like
cool.
a perception roll?
That's a perception roll.
Okay, with composure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, as you're setting up the scene, you're like, all right.
Huh. Head tilt. Goes back. Finishes
Right.
stuff up.
So the sequence is shot several times
Yep.
just to make sure that you've got the right takes, and then they're like, all right, and that's lunch. And
Awesome.
craft
Good
services
work.
comes in. And everybody breaks to get some food.
And
Yep.
ice packs.
And
I mean, they do.
they do.
You might need to like ice your knuckles slightly.
Right. So yeah, wait for everybody to go, get out of the general vicinity, and then it's a just immediate zero in.
Oh, yeah, Lark is hanging back and
Yeah.
waiting. Yeah.
Walks over. That's fortuitous.
Yep.
Don't generally find people. Don't find people in my work like this.
Yeah, you're the first I
Right.
found.
Hi, I'm Megan.
Lark.
Lark. Awesome. Nice to meet you. Sorry, I was super busy. You were doing the
Singing.
Yes. Okay.
It's my
Nice.
thing.
Very nice.
Thank you.
That's kind of my thing.
I can tell.
Normally not fighting for beer in a commercial, but you take what you can
Yeah.
get paid for.
You're between
Well,
projects.
Yeah, exactly. I'm actually taking a little bit of time off from my last one. Anyway. So, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. You were about to
No,
say something.
I was gonna ask, like, how long have you been, I guess, out?
Out?
And
As I recall, because I wrote this literally
Oh,
less
my parents
than
have known
about
I'm a
16
lesbian.
hours
My parents have
ago.
known I'm a lesbian since like day fucking one.
I mean,
I've
well,
been out
yeah.
for ages.
sorry, that's where I was
Not a huge amount, about a year.
Okay. That's longer than me.
How long?
Has it been 4 or 5 months for us?
Right about now, you're at about 6 months.
Actually, Jack,
Yeah.
considering that this motley was very prominent until regarding things like,
Mm-hmm. Give me an intelligence and socialize.
Okay.
If you recognize a member of the unlikely.
right.
Yeah. Especially because Lark's like performed
And like
several times.
I
mean, you
not
guys were
kidding.
very newsworthy recently.
Also, Phage wasn't kidding. I think we were literally the largest motley in the city until we lost
Not
3
quite.
of our people.
Not quite the largest, but-
Leaffinger's got the same number, if not more. Is
Yeah. Yeah, with one success, it takes you a second, but then you start putting pieces together and you're like, oh shit.
Oh, you got your motley was in control of.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah,
Stuff happened.
stuff usually does. That sucks.
Yeah,
Hopefully
it
you guys are
does.
bouncing back a bit.
What?
I'm sorry. I am the worst person. I am the absolute
No.
worst person.
No,
she
with only
actually-
one success on the intelligence
Yes.
socialize. Yeah, you haven't heard shit
Oh yeah,
about what happened
no.
last night.
I'm talking
Oh,
about me. I am the worst person.
Honestly, this is probably like the first genuine laugh from her, like since it happened in like 48 hours.
Fair.
No, like we were trying, and then
Right.
stuff happened, and we got attacked, and our
Oh, shit.
motley lost 2 members like 2 days ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Excuse
I
me
didn't
while
want to be here today. I was supposed to be here yesterday, but I kind of had to, so
I mean, it's probably not some. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, excuse me while I remove my foot from my mouth.
it's
But
you didn't know. It's fine.
Rough winter, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we've. How much, Jack? How much longer is the day for this?
You guys probably have another 2 hours after lunch.
Okay. Well, you seem like somebody who probably, all things considered, needs a drink at some point. So,
Yeah.
listen, once we get done here, let's get the fuck away from here. And if you want to talk, talk. If not, not. But
That sounds good.
cool.
So food is had, shooting continues for a few more hours. Lark, you're contacted by production to say, hey, we've got you slated for studio time next week. to actually get the music recorded that you're going to be in sync with when the commercial actually plays. And as things wrap up, you guys, I assume, find a bar.
Yep.
Are you going to have anybody else meet you there, Lark or Megan?
Lark's going by herself right now.
Nope. This is not probably. Let's throw a bunch of people in to crowd around and hear these stories,
Fair
or
enough.
whatever is or is not said.
All right. Guys find a bar.
Yep.
Drinks can be had. It's interesting, Lark, because you've been putting yourself out there to be a performer, be somebody whose name is recognized. Pretty much as soon as you walk into the bar, there's a little bit of that over the shoulder glances. And then these two high school boys come up and they're like, "Can we get a photo with you?" to Megan.
Yeah, of course.
And they like do the selfie thing and that sort of thing.
Yep. Ask them their name. She's very, very, very friendly, personable with them.
Yep.
Yep.
This
They're
is
like,
someone who
"This
has
is so
dots
fucking
of
cool."
fame.
Yep.
You know,
That's
and
what I need
then
to get.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Spend your XP on fame.
Yeah, no, that's what
XP
I
on
was
fame
gonna
is
do.
good shit.
I keep forgetting. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
But yeah, and then they trot off and they're like, you know, kind of doing, you know, that 14-year-old, oh, I totally know martial arts. They definitely don't know martial arts things. Right. Doing that to each other back and forth, you know, right. Yeah. As they go to the non-alcohol section of the restaurant. You know, right. Yep. And yeah, that's the sort of vibe that Megan kind of attracts a little bit here. You guys find a place to sit down, order some drinks.
Sorry about that. That doesn't happen that often.
I'm kind of hoping it will happen more often for me, but I'll get there.
I mean, yeah. It's. I'm not saying I'm complaining. I don't. I enjoy it. It just. I've done a couple of movies, and so
what do you usually do? Combat, I'm guessing.
generally action genre stuff. You probably haven't seen anything unless I was in the background.
I also
Or
don't
unless
watch
you
a lot of movies,
really like
so-
straight to video stuff. But it's, you know, it's fun. I enjoy it. I'm able to support myself with something that I love doing. How could you possibly complain about that, you know?
Turn of the American Dragon Part 2, starring Meg.
You hear one of the kids who's on his way apparently to the bathroom just kind of yell across the partition, "Are you going to be in Goremonger 7?
I don't know. No, but they don't need to know that. But enough about that. So you've been out for how long then?
About 6 months.
6 months. How's everybody? Because you guys all came out as a group, right?
Not all of us. Well, it was like
All of us that are left.
It was well, technically, forgetting your name. Akujin is part of. Thank you, the group now. So, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm trying to math. How many of us came out?
There
at
were
the same
originally 7.
Well, Adele
Six of us came
later.
out. Adele was late.
Right.
So
right.
it was Nero,
6.
Neofly, Liss, Lark, Phage, and Gale.
Yeah.
Yep,
So,
so
6
6.
originally.
6. Right. 6 of us came out at the same time.
Wow.
And then the 7th member we met shortly after.
Yeah, it was that was the large part. It wasn't the motley. It was all of us coming at the same time.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we lost one of our members back at the end of autumn.
Right.
And then 2 more last night, and 2 of them have left. So
Yeah, that's sorry to hear. How's everybody and how are you doing, all things considered?
I don't know, honestly. Liz, I can't verbally explain Liz to you. You'll have to meet her. But I don't really know on her. It's really hard to read her.
Okay.
I mean, for a little while there, Liz couldn't even verbally explain.
Phage is pushing through. She's our leader. She's pushing through. But she's in pain.
She's Spring, right?
Yeah.
She'll be okay.
And then we just gained a Motley member yesterday. We'd been talking about letting him in for a while, and then all this stuff happened. So yeah.
Seems like how to even not good timing. That's a terrible way to put it, but
we were down to.
Yeah.
Like I said, it had been discussed like literally like right before we were attacked.
Right.
So yeah.
Fair. How about you?
It's gonna take a while for me, to be honest.
It's fair. That's normal.
I lost someone I was really close to. And I mean, I apparently inherited a lot, which I'm gonna have to deal with.
That's gonna be hard.
She was really rich.
Okay.
So it's a lot at once.
And none of it would probably be fun on its own without everything else either. Right?
Yeah.
Are you guys talking?
Like, our Motley?
Yes.
About what happened, or?
Right. Yes.
Kind of. I mean,
you're going to need to, everybody's going to need to take their own time and adjust. And somebody's probably going to need to punch a hole through a wall or something like that, because there's always one who needs to do that.
Yeah.
And one person's going to try and hold it all in, and that's going to come out really destructively. But after that much time, you guys are gonna talk about it, right?
I'm sure we will.
You should.
She'll start to say something, then break. Like her voice will crack. Probably at our next family meeting.
Your phone buzzes at this point, Lark. It's a text from Barnaby.
She'll look at it.
We're having a wake tonight at the crack house.
She'll look up. Apparently, we're having a wake tonight.
Good. Those are important. They suck, but they let you remember. I hate the phrase "say goodbye" because that's not valid, and it's really poetic and it's stupid. But
closure.
more it makes you, and I don't mean this in an adversarial or a threatening, damaging way, it makes you confront things.
Yeah.
If you attend to what, I mean, it's not there for it's not there for the person the wake's for. If you see that, you have to sort of come to terms a little bit. Whether that's closure, whether that's saying goodbye, whether that's screaming about an argument that was never resolved, whether it's getting angry and storming out, whatever the case may be, it makes you confront that kind of thing. So good. That's important.
So, I know we've just met.
Right.
Can I ask a favor?
Of course. What do you need?
Can you teach me how to fight?
Yeah. That's what I mean, it's what I mostly do now in my spare time. But that's how I largely made it before, or kept going before I started getting work. I've been training and stuff since I was 12 years old.
I mean, I can definitely pay you for it.
I will you know what? I will consider it. I appreciate the thought. I will consider it my duty to our society as a whole to make sure we're better able to defend ourselves.
Okay.
But yes, no, 100%.
And I discovered the other night, I need to know how to fight. Because I've got a queen to kill.
Queen.
Yep.
Okay.
Make a wits and empathy.
She's a killer queen. Dynamite with a laser beam.
With a laser beam.
Need to blow your mind.
There's one.
All right. It takes you a second because you're like, well, the last queen you'd heard of was the Autumn Queen.
Right.
No.
Right.
You're like, but she was in charge of the I mean, some people take court politics very seriously.
This is true, and to each their own.
Right. So you're like, might bear some inquiry there.
I've come
Yeah.
to pay you back for all the kindness you gave us.
Queen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's stuff happening.
Doesn't help answer the question.
No,
Nope.
like that.
Keep going.
Of course there is. It's not like they would. It's not like anybody would want to inform the people who aren't in the motley about anything.
Have you heard about goblin attacks? Or how? Yeah, the hobgoblin attacks.
Not
A bit.
really.
Not-
A
but no
I mean, there's
details.
been you hear things, but like there hasn't been any kind of official communication on down.
Right.
The-
Yeah.
Our court's a little bit more interested in, who's fucking who, or we tend to be less on the news side, more on the. This is going to sound really bad and damning for my own court, but more on the TMZ side of things.
No, I mean, Phage is a member of your court.
Yeah.
Like,
But yeah,
Yeah.
so no, I haven't heard. I heard something about it, but not anything really in depth.
Phage is a member of that court, and you've heard some of Phage's issues with Spring Court.
To summarize, There are lots of hobs attacking. That's what happened a couple nights ago. They attacked our hollow, and they are apparently being led by someone calling herself Queen Gracie.
Huh. Well, better than the queen that I initially thought.
Oh no, I would never hurt Gilly.
I mean,
No.
good. You know, whatever Autumn does is whatever Autumn does. I like you
No.
guys.
No, she's
think
a
you
friend. I
guys-
wouldn't do that.
I think you guys as a court are fucking awesome. But you know, you do you, we'll do us. It's fine. But no, this is much better. This is much better. Keep the regicide outside of the of our society, not inside this society.
Yeah, no.
Um,
Queen Gracie's the reason my friends are dead.
Yeah.
And I need to learn how to fight better.
Who is she?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Well, somebody's running around killing Lost.
Sending
And thinks she
hogs
want
to
to
kill her.
and wants, yeah. Somebody's running around killing Lost and wants to put a crown on her head. Sounds like somebody I probably don't want sitting on any throne. So if you need help, like I've got nothing to do. This is my last job for a little while. I generally try to take time off in between so I can do my own thing. So I'll be happy to help, including obviously helping you learn to fight, and some fighting myself, or whatever you guys might need.
I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. What time of day is it, Jack?
You're muted, Jack.
It's getting to, so it being winter at the latitude you guys are at, it's probably about 6:30 at this point. Sun has gone down pretty much most of the way. You assume that people are going to start showing up at the crack house within the next hour or two.
I need to be heading back.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, just let me know. Are you, if you guys got attacked, are you okay getting there?
I mean, I was just gonna call an Uber.
Oh no, I'll
I'm
give you a ride
still-
there.
Okay, I'm still like I'm taking lessons on how to drive.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I've never
That's fair.
learned, so yeah,
Yep.
so I'm working on it, but
Yeah, no, I'll
oh.
give you a ride there.
Also, can I get your number?
Yes, of course, of course. So, yeah.
So you guys finish your drinks.
Yep.
Not enough that it would impair driving at all.
No, yeah,
and-
there's definite moderation because you may be a little bit of an adrenaline junkie, but she's not driving a motorcycle drunk.
Right.
Stage's job.
Yeah. But yeah, you walk outside and yep. There's a motorcycle.
Yep.
And
It's
we
just a
will pick
thing.
up
Everyone in
next
Spring
week-
Court drives a motorcycle.
Yeah. And we will pick up next week with you guys getting back for the wake.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
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 Goodbye.